This is Rick Pace with Pace Professional Resumes, and I wanted to take a minute to show you how you can use social media to your advantage to find positions. A lot of job seekers I speak with aren't aware, but the job market is very competitive, and companies pay thousands and thousands of dollars to use the major job board websites to post positions. So a lot of recruiters are using social media websites such as Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. I've even seen people do things on Instagram where they can find job seekers for free, which is advantageous for them and for the organization. And they're just looking to reach out and find job seekers such as yourself. So I want to show you a couple of tricks today that you can use that can really help you along the way. Feel free to add me on Twitter at Pace Resumes. So when you're on Twitter, there's this neat thing here, the Discover hashtag. If you click on that, it allows you to search different topics of things that are going on Twitter. So I can type in, barbecue as an example. It shows me different barbecue usernames, and if I hit search, it's going to search all the different activities and things going on, and boom, I have people eating barbecue and different things about barbecue, okay? So why not use this to your advantage? I'm going to type in Atlanta hiring. First off, I already see a few usernames here that relate to that search. Okay, and it just sent me somewhere I didn't want to go. Let me try that again. Although it is something that's hiring, so you may want to add that username. But for the purpose of my demonstration, I'm going to do my search. So I have Atlanta hiring. If you look here, it's showing me all different types of people posting positions right now hiring in Atlanta. Today within the last few hours or so. So you can see various positions here. A lot of companies will have Twitter accounts, and they're going to post positions. They have recruiters that are posting positions on Twitter for their organization. So it's very common that you can use this to find companies that are progressively recruiting using these new innovative tools. UPS is a great example. They post positions very often on Twitter. So if I was to go to their page and connect with their page, I can see a lot of different types of opportunities that are being posted directly on Twitter from UPS. So great strategy number one, to be able to follow companies and keep track of the different opportunities they have going on. So you really want to do that. The next thing, you can identify recruiters who are using Twitter and posting positions and connect with them. Here are a couple here as an example. You can see what they're posting. So if I go ahead and click on one of them, it shows you what she typically is recruiting for, and you can see a number of different positions here. So if you make it a point to connect with recruiters on Twitter and add them, you'll start to see in your feed as you log in, you'll start to see a lot of different positions being posted every day, and you can kind of keep track of that and start to look for positions that might be of mutual benefit. In addition, you can respond to the tweets, maybe ask some questions, and that can be your opportunity for your first level of engagement. Okay, and the same trick I just did works. I just typed in recruiter, and I just found about 6 or 7 recruiters right here that I can connect with. So whatever city you're in, don't be afraid to use social media for your advantage. You can use this to find positions and opportunities very easily. Okay, so that's Twitter. The next one I'm going to highlight is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is obviously a very important website to use for social networking, for recruiting, for finding new opportunities and positions. I'm not going to cover everything on this today, but as an example, this is my personal account. You see I have over 1,500 connections, 14 million indirect connections. There's lots you can do here, but I'm going to identify one thing that I like to do. Come over here to companies. I already have a couple identified. And in your job search, it's really important for you to identify companies that you'd like to work for, companies that have the right kind of culture and positions that fit your background and who you are. Once you find those companies, you can go to those company websites and see the positions they're posting. They may not post their positions all on the major job boards. They may post them only on their company website. Some of them may be on the Twitter and LinkedIn, but you really want to identify those companies. Then you can look and start to see if you know any recruiters that work for those companies, or if you know associates there, and that could be somebody you can talk to and build with to look at getting in to decide the company yourself. So on this page on LinkedIn, shows you people who work there that you might know. different information about LinkedIn or about the organization, affiliated companies. If you scroll to the bottom, it'll show you a little section where, actually I don't see it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I was looking for this. So it shows you people who look at GE on LinkedIn also look for these companies, Siemens, IBM. So it might show you other organizations you may not have considered. Okay, but an even better way to do that, click on Insights. From Insights, it's going to show you a lot of neat statistics and things, people with new titles and people you may know. But the cool thing here, it shows you where people at GE typically come from. In this case, it's PricewaterhouseCoopers. So I'm going to click on that and do the same trick. Go to Insights from this page, and it's going to show you the same stat. People at PricewaterhouseCoopers typically come from Ernst & Young, Deloitte, KPMG. So it starts to uncover organizations that are similar, that might have certain similarities or similar cultures, and eventually you may find some companies you hadn't considered before or you may not have been familiar with. You may have known about GE and PricewaterhouseCoopers. You may not have known about Bearing Point. So you may look at Bearing Point, read on their website, look at their information, and they may have positions that are a good fit to you. You know, you may know somebody who works there. Or when looking at Bearing Point, then you might find Capgemini. Maybe you weren't as familiar with Capgemini. So using this trick can help you identify different companies that you may not have considered so that ultimately you can get together your list of ideal preferential companies for you to look at, to try to apply to, hopefully for your next position. Now, obviously using LinkedIn is of great benefit as well, because once you have your companies identified, you can use LinkedIn to try to find people who work there you may know, to talk about the organization, to see if it's the best fit for you. Feel free to reach out to me if you have questions or additional comments. Website is paceresumes.com, and on Twitter the hashtag is @paceresumes. Thank you very much.